Good morning. Welcome to a very chilled Sunday morning coffee. It is number 249, which has been quite a while. I am dishevelled. I am in a dressing gown because I did move office yesterday, and also, yeah, I'm just so tired. So it's a very relaxed, informal, unlike the usual very strict and formal shows that we do. Hello, I see there's already been some wagers on what mug we're going to go for, and I actually thought about this whilst I was choosing the mug, and I thought, what are they gonna guess? I thought, bet they guess cooling tower. So I went to get the cooling tower, and I thought, I don't want a cooling tower's worth of coffee right now, though, because I've got one sachet of hot chocolate and some marshmallows. I thought I'd rather save the cooling tower for that later. Um, so I thought, right, what mug do I want right now? Guinea pig and baggy. Here's the big mugs. Yes. Just reading the chat. So I've got no plan this week. I've got no notes. Going straight into it. Because that's how the week has been. There has been no notes for the week. There actually has. I've written a whole bunch of moving plans and sketches and all sorts of shenanigans. So lie if I said I just winged it. There's an element of winging, but also lots of planning. So while I'm physically tired, did I boil that? Yeah, it's quite cold. Um, while I'm physically tired, I am more mentally tired than anything because I've had to organise a whole bunch of people, as well as the week where I haven't had much sleep. I've been just absolutely frantically packing all week, really. And what is absolutely wild is that Saturday, not Wednesday, was the day that I stopped shipping. So up till Wednesday, there was a fully functioning stockroom and packing area. And then it got super intense because I wanted to leave packing till as late as possible, so that I could get orders out for minimal disruption because I'm a goddamn hero. I'm very proud of myself this week, so I will be reveling in that shamelessly. So, mm. Delicious coffee, delicious coffee. So, how did it work? I can't remember where I was at last week when I was talking about it. Um, so I got all the Kickstarters out by Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday I got all the Kickstarters out, all of the orders, everything basically that's been waiting. There was a whole 5 that I couldn't get out because I realised I didn't have a couple of bits, and I haven't emailed them yet. But I've got them in a. I've got a whole folder of, well, not, it's not mega folder, but all of the super important things that are going on that I need to not lose in the move. So I've got the people on that list that I need to email. But it's a whole 5. Everything else has gone out. I'm really impressed with that because there was a point where I was like, I'm not gonna do it, man. I'm running out of time. I was like, I told them all I'd get that Kickstarter done, so I'm gonna do it. And I was just really pleased I did it. So they're all out. So lots of people have been getting their pulp heroines, which is ace. Yes. And I can be a little bit smug about that. So that's cool. Um, so that was what Monday and Tuesday pretty much were, with some bits of packing in between. It was yeah, shipping, pretty much just an absolute shipping frenzy, getting that out. Do you think when Mum was in? Mum was in at some point. But yeah, I'm so tired. So I'll talk about the move. So I went and got the keys. So I went sending my yawns across the world. I went and got the keys on Thursday. I was getting a bit wound up in the morning because I couldn't get hold of the people, and then I thought, what if it's an enormous prank and I don't actually have a new office, and then and all that sort of stuff. I booked the van for Saturday. I had a whole van stress because couldn't find somewhere that had let me book it just for the Saturday. Um, And thank you, Jill. Jill said, "Good on you, doing all the orders for the move." Was well chuffed when I came home to a wee pink Squiddo box on Thursday. Yes, I'm really pleased with that, and it gave me a nice little like boost as well. So while all this is going on, people are posting, going, "I've got my things, and they're great." Um, so the van was booked for Saturday. I realised I had to book the van for Saturday because that was the move day, but I couldn't book a van for a day, and the person that was going to drive the van was coming from a different place. So the logistics of getting um, it to work were just not happening as it was getting nearer and nearer. So there's obviously less vans available to rent. I've gone, oh God, what am I doing? Solved it like a boss. It meant that I had to pay for 3 days of van, but by that point I was just like, when you just don't care anymore, and you're just like, yes, I just need a van, need a van. And then when the van arrived, I went, oh, I forgot that I need a mega big van and not a little van. But made it work, made it work. A lot of crammage, a lot of crammage, but we got it to work. Um, I realized another reason I'm so tired is I've had to empty two offices because I've got two offices at London Business Centre and my garage. So it's like three altogether, which is horrific. Um, and when you just get really tired and then you start sort of tripping over things more or knocking things over, and then you just like, oh, everything's the worst. God, I'm gonna have a nap after this. I didn't think I would. So awake last night after we'd finished. So I was getting quite stressed on the build up. And I only had one little meltdown, to be fair, so that was quite impressive. Crammage is a new word. Um, and yeah, Thursday I wasn't hearing back from the people, and then I was thinking, what if I don't have the keys? And then everyone's here on Saturday, and it's new. But I didn't. Went and got the keys. Andy came with me because he needed to pop to Element Games anyway, so he went for a bit of a snoop with me. And it's more lovely than I remembered, actually, because I thought, oh God, what if I get in there and I've actually just romanticized it and it sucks? But got in and went, oh, I love it, I love it. I spoke to someone a bit later on the day and went, I don't know what it is, it's the vibes. The vibes are good, and that's ace. I just really like it. And so Saturday, I'm just free form rambling here. So let me have another bit of coffee, and I'll tell you about the actual move. So packing orders and packing boxes of things all week to move has been a lot of packing. um, and then yeah, moving. So the entire move took a day. Obviously, packing took longer, but considering we were only given 28 days, I'm impressed that I've got this together. I'll be updating you on the situation with that as well, and the council and them being absolute wrong ends. Um, it's so conflicting. I think this is why I've been so tired, because I'm really positive about the move, but I'm also really angry about the move. So so I ended up with 8 people, which is amazing. And by the end of the day, when I was super tired, I was just like, I want to help. This is so good. Um, and one of them I didn't know very well, Gareth, but I do now. And one I'd never met before, Sarah, who was ace. I was like, you helped me, and you don't even know me. So we had Gareth, Sarah, Ian from Fenris. We had Rob of Wars of the Roses and Salute Hobby Hero fame. Charlotte. We had Lou. We had Gail. And we had Geordie. Um, so we had a good solid team with a mixture of brute strength and organizational skills. So I was trying to organize people into that good old mix of stuff. Um, so that was a bit of trying to make sure I was going. I know everyone's already agreed to help me because it's a necessity, but in my back and brain, going, I hope everyone's having at least an all right time. So I was getting a bit stressed on the day at some point, going, but they haven't got anything to do, but they've got too much. But what was excellent is that a lot of the people didn't know each other. So yeah, and I had way more offers as well, but it would have been absolutely wild if everyone who offered was allowed. came along, it'd just be like this massive festival or something. And that's so cool. The amount of people that offered to help was just really, really humbling, really nice. And I really liked that all the people that helped um, were yeah, Jeremy mentioning prison heist. It would be a good prison heist gang, actually. And yeah, it was just really nice that the people each other, but they were all having nice chats and getting on. I was like, yay, friends making friends. So I have no idea if like there was only 2 or 3 of us. I would have been dead. I'd have been crying, and it wouldn't have been done in a day. It would have been horrible. I'd have had to wake up today, go right round 2, and no doubt would have got ill. Um, so it's absolutely the fact that so I don't know. I'm just looking at the phone. I'm just so tired. I can't even make eye contact with you, even though it's a camera. I'm just so tired. Um, but it was just ace. And yeah, having so many people was just the nicest thing ever, and it meant that nobody got too knackered. And if they did, there was then a break because it was like the new move gang, the old place gang, moving between gang, tea gang, and it was just really really great. So yeah, nobody died. If they died today, it's not my fault. I can claim no responsibility. But yeah, so it meant that we got lots of breaks in between, and it just didn't feel too absolutely terrible. So it did take us all day. I got up at 4 because I needed some more pre-packing to do, and we didn't finish till we started at 9. I think most people got here at 9. Ian came a bit earlier to feed me some breakfast and sort of see the situation. And we were done by 7, and we all went. I treated everyone so benevolently for their entire day of hard labour, to some pizza and beer, and that was really nice. And again, just seeing people chatting to each other and having things in common and going, yay, this is nice. So it was almost like a nice social as well. So that was just really lovely. And I'm very grateful, and it's just making me like, oh yay. Um, and it means it's all done. It's all done. So, what next? So, I've already been a beast in doing a lot of the moving paperwork as well. Next week, so I'm at the old place tomorrow because we've got another meeting about what to do about the council. So, I'm going to go to that. I'm going to do some hoovering, and I'm going to see what else is left, basically, because there's just left a few bits, and when that's for next week, me. Ian, thank you very much again from Fenris, is going to come over and help me with the last, croak, with the last sort of bits to, sort of collate. It's mostly things for my garage. Um, the new place is so crammed, but it'll be fine. I know from past experience because a lot of them are boxes of minis, which will all go on the racks. So once the racks are up and the minis are on there, there'll be loads more space. Um, the space is a lot smaller, but it somehow feels bigger. It's taller, which is really nice. The light is so good, so good. Um, and so I've mixed because the 2 offices at Lenton Business Centre have become the new place and my garage. So clearing out the garage to get that to work, and trying to put anything to do with trade shows there. So then when we're loading, because it's the first floor, so I'm just carrying the stuff up. It's so awkward because it's a little like up that bit round there and then up and here. To do that for a trade show would just be horrid each time. So getting all the stuff, which is what I used to do. I used to have it all at the garage, so it's just separate land. When I was clearing the garage out, I think I did a bunch after. Yeah, I did a bunch after the show last week. I was really chuffed that everything I found was like in good condition. So there were some metals, some minis that have been in there since I moved in, and they were all fine, and everything was just in fine condition in the garage. So that gave me some confidence that it wasn't going to end up, damp or anything like that. It's a good garage. The house is relatively new, so it's not an old like in drastic need of repair or anything. And I've been getting the last sort of year, I've been getting really down about how much rent is on a house, and also that like bitterness where I'm like, I pay bills at 2 places, I pay 2 sets of rent. and I'm only at one place at a time, so it's just so much outlay. Um, but knowing that I'm saving money by not having the second office at the moment is making me. I'm using a bit more of my house because the garage was kind of just a bit of a tip area with a load of gardening stuff. But I've made a lovely little gardening zone in there now as well, and brain. Um, I'll be saving some money, and I'm just going to pretend that I have to pay rent on it as in my brain. So it'd be to store the stuff that's currently in my garage. It'd be at least 300 quid a month somewhere. So I'm pretending that 300 quid of my rent is actually going somewhere else. So then it doesn't feel expensive to be living here anymore, which is all my thought exercises to survive in the capitalist nightmare. But that's pretty much it. So I'm actually have made it so I'm more comfortable in my house because I feel like I'm getting more of my money's worth, if that makes any sense, by actually using the garage. So that's a good side effect. Kicked me up the arse to get a load of stuff done. I think it was last week where Ian had helped me out going to the tip. So we'd cleared a lot of the stuff at the garage that had just kind of been sat in there, to make that more usable. So that's just really nice. It's really nice. Um, so I've still got more bits to do on the garage and all that, but it means that the what's it brain Oh yeah, I do. As Andrea says, that's something I want to actually look into, because I haven't done that before. But I'm sure there'll be something where that's allowed to. But the main bit was just the brain, the brain way of it working. Um, Obviously, don't want to do anything scandalous. I'm not the council. Yeah. Ooh, the tip. Yeah, I love the tip. Florist is a new business place. Does it mean you can have customers there? It does not. Um, I occasionally allow I occasionally allow it, but they're classed as offices, which is the same as the last one. So it's not like, people that can walk in. But usually, if people are visiting and, in advance let me know, then I usually sort something out. Um, which brain. Um, don't do it as a standard thing because I'm so distracted that if I know someone's coming, if it's like, oh, I'll pop in about 1, then my whole morning's just me going, can't do anything. Someone's coming at 1. Someone's coming at 1. Um, so yeah, sometimes if you want to come, then if you let me know and there's a reason, I can easily sort something out. But it's not a like sort of pop by sort of place. It's way more secure than the other place, which is nice. The views out the window are lovely. I just can't wait to see when I've got all the things up and what I've kind of made it into my own little place. I think it's gonna be really nice. I've met a couple of the neighbours, like other officers. They're really lovely. Finally met Bernard, who's going to be moving. So Painted Wargames are going to be moving, which is Bernard, Andy, and Rob. They're all going to be moving to the same place. Um, what have we got? Tim says visiting when you're in Cardiff, packing some blisters, very restful. Oh yeah, if you want to come pack some blisters. That's Mum's. Hey Mum, I don't know if Mum's still here because she said she might have to leave early. But say, hey Mum, you said it was hard work, but it's not. It's very restful. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how it all pans out, and just cracking on. Just want to crack on. So I'm really pleased that the people have helped and allowed me to crack on because I did not want this to drag out and be a whole thing, and to be like, in a few years going, oh, well, we moved, so that's why everything's terrible. Like, no, move, we get it done, and then we just carry on and carry on being ace. So I'm really, really chuffed with that. Mm-mm. Somebody, I think it was Wes on Blue Sky, said I'm the bounciest back person that he knows. So I'll take that. I'll take that. Um, so I'm entirely positive about that. I think it's really ace. Um, Almost the second I got the letter, from, so anyone who's not been around for a while, I'll give a brief summary. At Lenton Business Centre, the landlords are Nottingham City Council, and they, out of the blue, gave us a letter saying 28 days, get out of here if you don't get out. What was really horrible, and I know it's the law, but it says anyone who's not out 28 days, we own all your stuff. But there was no like human interaction or Q&A or option to just kind of ask in a little bit more detail. So I've been there 4 years. Since I moved in, I I've always been very suspicious that they're going to sell it, because it's just sat there amongst all this new development as a very rundown business centre. So I think I'd pre-prepared myself, whereas a lot of people have been there for nearly 20 years, or like, up to that. So they're very settled in and very much like, we're going to be here for a long time, if not forever. Um, and it's because it used to be really nice. It used to be great and have reception and the staff and all that. I joined during the decline, like the major decline, so I'm kind of just used to it being a bit awful. Um, I wanted to be there because it was a good position for me, and it was near North Star and a bunch of other companies, and I like being around people that I can kind of come say hello to on a tea break. Um, so my brain. Um, also, we'll get into. So yeah, the council said, "Get out of here, and we'll sell all your stuff if you don't go." So cool, 28 days, which is pretty much impossible to find somewhere in that time. The reason I managed is because I did nothing else other than research and obsess over offices. But even with that, um, there's always the paperwork just takes so long. Um, so the only reason I managed was because I didn't have an agency involved. I'm renting directly from the landlord, who seems like a nice guy and has let me move stuff in before the tenancy starts as well, which is quite rare. So, but when you go with an agency, everything has to be entirely by the book, with loads of unnecessary delays so that they can charge the landlord and go, oh yeah, we're really adding a use here. So the fact that it was really quick with them, which was brilliant, is very rare. So everywhere else I looked at were like, oh yeah, at least 6 weeks, which is the situation that most people are in. So that sucks. So I decided pretty much straight away to get out of there. Almost, yeah, like so almost the second I got the letter, I had no feelings for it anymore. I was just like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I'm getting out of here. Done. Even if they manage to save it, I was like, I'm done. Done with it. I don't want to stay there. Um, Peter says, I'd bet money a new plastics factory appears there. Oh, well, I would bet money as well. I would take that wage because I don't think so. I think some brand new student housing or luxury offices would appear there. Because GW, whilst have money, do not have the money that the university and the so where it's positioned is by lots of university, and it's the university and the hospital. So it's hospital university. So that combo. So you get a lot of students that are studying, brain medicine. That's the one. Which can be quite lucrative. So that's what's happening around that area. And yeah, GW wouldn't want that. I think they're after Brooks Bros instead. That's my dream. And I said before, when I always walk past Brooks Bros and goes, one day, one day. But they're keeping everything quite tight to where they are. So yeah, I think it's just going to be sold to developers for whatever fancy stuff that most people can't afford. Yay! So whilst I've been really good at handling it all, and I've gone into crisis management mode, um, occasionally because I've been doing it so well, occasionally I've just gone, this is the worst. This is so bad. There's a whole bunch of stuff around Nottingham at the moment. Yeah, they're closing down like all the community centres, all the offices to get the money back that they lost by deciding to randomly make an energy company and not really care about the money, and went, oh, we've lost like loads of millions of pounds. I'll just sell some stuff. Um, so it's awful. The fact that yeah nobody spoke to us. It's just get out now, and to have been there for say 20 years and think your company's going to be there forever, and they just go get out or we'll sell it. Get out. Nothing. They've not responded to any. So there's a whole like action group which I'm part of, obviously. And again, I can't say tons of what's been going on because it's all quite secret. You never know if the council are in watching Annie's Sunday morning coffee. Um, but they've not responded to anything. to do a meeting or anything. I think they're just putting their heads down till 28 days is gone, which will be the 4th of March, and go, oh, it's too late now. Oops. We did hear that one of them had said that maybe they'll sort something, but like, yeah, when? Are you just gonna stall? Sounds a bit stally to me. Um, I saw somebody yesterday in the car park, and she'd just come back from holiday. She'd just come back from holiday to find a letter on her doorstep. So she's effectively got a week to move her entire company. So she's got to put it in storage container and then figure out storage, yellow storage, whatever, and then figure out what on earth she's going to do, which is outrageous. Some of the companies have just gone, that's it, that's the final straw. So there's people just clearing out their offices and just closing their businesses, which is really sad. And I think because I've been in so much like fight mode that the last sort of few days being there, like, it's just really sad seeing Nick pack up all his little men into his boxes. Um, and it's just such an end of an era. And the focus is on because it's very much the black community around there, which is that is the biggest thing. But it's also, I kind of forgot as well, just till Nick did that post of like just how much of the war game community and stuff has been there over the years. Um, and I did think, and it was my dream for ages, was to move to London Business Centre. So when I moved up to Nottingham, it was kind of like, I'm going to move to Nottingham, going to have an office at London Business Centre. And I didn't originally because Warlord had it all. But Warlord. Nick from North Star, he's got one room in the business centre, so he's having to evacuate that. But the rest of North Star are in the workshops. But the workshops haven't been evicted. But the word on the street is that they're not going to be much later. So everyone in the workshops is also looking for a new place. Nick was on ITV, putting his little guys away. I haven't seen it because I don't have telly, but apparently it was pretty good. So we press around all the time. Um, but yeah, like next to North Star is the guy, Mr. Pickles. Mr. Pickles, who does loads of stuff, pickles. And like they're lovely, but you walk past and it's like, that's some pickles. And like, yeah, when they sell that to developers, they're not going to want Mr. Pickles by the front door. Hey, Hixie's here. Woo. So I've seen a lot of people in the last sort of week that've been coming because a lot of war games companies that maybe don't use it so much anymore use it for like smaller offices or just um, but it's like Nick using it for the display figures, but it's not part of the running of the business. It's just a nice bit, and like not a meeting room, and people have been in there playing. So a lot of the Midgard stuff was filmed in there, and it's all just been taken away. So when I did move in here, so I moved up to Nottingham. The reason I live in London was because I was going to eventually get a place at London Business Centre. I waited because I didn't want a windowless one because there's loads of windowless ones, which is why I was in Old Baysford with Needy Cat Games for a while. And then pretty much as soon as Warlord scarpered, I went, right, it's time. I was like, I'm going to be here for a long time. And even though I knew that, its days were potentially numbered, it's just like, well, everyone else has been here for a long time. And so I kind of built in as like normally I'm really cautious. I'm like, oh, I'm not going to like get in too much, but I was like, yeah, this is almost like not the final resting place, but I'm going to be growing my business here quite a bit because there's loads of scope for growth. You can always move to bigger offices around it, all that sort of stuff. So I did think I was going to be here a long time. So that seeing the empty office and going, well, that didn't happen, and the kind of like, bye office. It's sad. It's sad, but say it's only sad because of how it's happened. I kind of say I don't care anymore. Don't care. I'm like, right, new place is wicked and it's better and it's brighter and the people are nice. And I can get public transport. It's not as near at all, but I can get public transport really easily there. So that's fine. But what I am happy about is I looked at so many offices that I just didn't care. Um, what's um, oh god, my brain's just gone. No idea. I know, no idea. But But yeah, I'm sad at how it's happened. I am sad to be leaving that place. I'm really gonna miss North Star because, as I said before, there's loads of staff at North Star. I love having a little chat and break with those as well. But I'll make some friends at the new place. Maybe, maybe I might just go knocking on some doors and go, "Hello, I'm new. Can I have a tea break with you?" It's near some people that I know that I can wander over and kind of, say hello to on a tea break, which is really nice. So that aspect of it, I'm uh, I'm really positive about the move. But it just I'm enraged that the that this has happened, and it's going to really say I've been lucky for various reasons to be out of here, but um, it's going to absolutely destroy some businesses. And in the way that I've been like, make sure you're positive, Annie. It's costing me a lot of money to do, which I don't have reserves of. So that's really sucked. So thank you for all the sort of support orders. Has made a mega difference. Um, and it's cost me in energy because I'll no doubt crash like next week or something. And time, it means that the projects are all going to get pushed back. And I had this perfect time slot to design the next project. And now, by the time I've finished moving, I've then got to start with my salute prep. And then I won't be able to do anything with that till after salute. And it's all just going to get so it's going to have a big impact on my business. Just it's just very I'm not selfish, but um, it's just shit. It's just shit as the council. That's the only way around it. So I don't know how this campaign's going to go, but I'm gonna find out from some of the other folk on Monday and see what news, because there's people that have got no other choice, and I don't think they're going to move, and there's going to be a fight. I think on the 4th, when they're going to try and evict people. So I'm intrigued what's going to happen with that. Um, what else was I going to say? Uh, brain. Yeah, I should probably just go back to bed. Um, might have some toast. Have some toast. Um, but yeah, there's more to it, but there's the fight's still happening to save the Garvey, and the Garvey's the important bit. The business sucks mega for the business, but businesses can be relocated. Community things just really can't. So I hope that something happens with that. Um, but so saying, we'll see. And I'm not totally fleeing. So yeah, I'm gonna nap just because I'm rambling now and I'm really tired. But it's all good. I just want to get it done. Really excited to see what it's gonna look like and get it all just nice. Hey, Doc is here. Are the pigs okay? They are. The pigs have been watching it all, watching the move. Um, been concerned. They've been going, "Oh no, Annie, I hope we find a new place." But they haven't. They've been going, "Can we have some food, please?" Um, Also, Andy is away for a few days, and he's been their main carer the last week because I've been just all over the place. Now they're like, "No, Andy is gone. We're left with this woman." Um, and yeah, it's clearly going to be sold off. And that I can't remember if I said last week, that leaked document that totally is is just like so damning. That's the word, damning. And it is appalling what they've done to everyone. And again, I feel like I'm going to be one of the least hit, and I still feel like I've really been hit. Um, so yeah, I'm pleased. I'm pleased I've sorted it. I'm really proud of myself. I only had one cry last week, and that was just out of just like exasperation last week. No, this week. But I'm really proud that I've kept it together, formulated a plan, I've done it, yes. And also that my friends have helped and been the best, and also that I can't be the worst person ever if all those people want to help me. So it's all good. And say everyone online's been really supportive and checking in, and it's just been a really, really positive thing came out of something really crappy. I just want to hope that some of the other people don't have such a, you know, don't have minimal of the crap time. So yeah, I'm going to rest. Next week I will be unpacking, doing a few bits back at the Garv, and then hopefully I'm still, the Royal Mail are so slow, but I'm hoping to get the Royal Mail collection set up for the 3rd. So that's kind of like my official first working day there. So I've given myself the full week to sort of just get myself together in there, which I think is a good idea. So again, thank you very much. I'm just gonna go nap. I'm dead. I'm dead. So many thoughts have been in my head. I'm just gonna go, no more thoughts. Have a nap, and then I'm gonna watch Malcolm in the Middle and watch Hal do some screaming, which is one of my favourite things. Forge of Marge is up next week. Yes, send me a message. That would be lovely. Right, I'm out of here. We're getting out of here. Thank you. You're ace. Bye.